Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another meal prep video. So today we have bread. We're going to be making keto bread. We're going to be making paleo Scotch eggs. We're going to be making a Mexican dish, and we're going to be making some other things that I kind of make on a regular basis. We're going to be making crock pot green beans, zucchini, onions, and garlic, some steak, some pork, all kinds of stuff are on the menu today. So if you want to see what I'm preparing and how I'm preparing it, then definitely stick around. All right, so over here in this pan, I just have some eggs boiling. I'm just doing it in my old little pan here instead of the Instant Pot, because I'm gonna cook some green beans in the Instant Pot while this cooks. All right, our eggs are done. I'm gonna turn them off and put them in an ice bath. All right, there are 10 eggs in this ice bath. I'm gonna let them sit in here for about 5 minutes. 6 of them I have a recipe for, and then the other 4 are just gonna be for whoever wants a boiled egg. All right, so these 6 eggs I am going to save for that recipe I was telling you about. And then apparently I don't know how to count because I boiled 11 eggs, not 10. And these 5 will get eaten for whoever wants a boiled egg. All right, so for Oscar's lunch, I'm just going to make some ranch hot sauce chicken. This is about as easy as it gets right here. Just 1 can of this Kirkland chicken. I'm gonna squirt in some of this ranch dressing. Some of this tapatio sauce. And some salt. And then we're just gonna give it a stir. All right, so I'm also gonna grill up these pork chops as well as these steaks, so that way we can have them during the week for dinners, or even if just somebody comes home hungry. But for the steaks, I'm gonna throw this steak seasoning on there. And then for the pork chops, I'm just going to do this Meat Mitch rub. And I'm just going to season those babies up, throw them on the grill, and bada boom, bada bam. That is one heck of an amazing dinner. Our pork chops are cooking, and I'm gonna throw on our rub. Nice and generous with it. This stuff's good stuff right here. All right, the seasoning is on there. We're gonna flip them in probably 5 minutes. The last pork chops that I got at Bash's were absolute bomb. They were so good. How's the weather where you guys are? Because here in Arizona, it is beautiful, although it's gonna be hot here soon, and we are enjoying the weather. All right, the pork chops are done, and they look absolutely delicious. Look at those grill lines. All right, so now I'm just gonna cut up some zucchini and some onions, because I am going to make some zucchini, onion, and garlic. I'm just gonna fry it all up in a pan with butter. It is delicious. Now I'm just gonna cut up about half of this white onion. All right, so in this pan, I'm gonna throw in a decent amount of butter. I'm gonna throw in the onions. I'm gonna throw in some garlic. I'm just gonna let those saute a little bit. All right, I think that is sauteed enough for the onions and garlic. I'm just gonna throw the zucchini in there. And now I'm just gonna saute all this together. Whoopsie, we lost one. Whoopsie, we lost another one. Nobody said I was not a messy cook. And I'm just gonna throw a little salt and pepper in here. A little pepper. All right, y'all, so the zucchini, onions, and garlic is done, and it looks so good. Oh my gosh, if y'all haven't tried that combination, it is ridiculously simple and delicious. All right, so I cleaned the grill, and now we have our steaks on there. I'm just gonna throw on the seasoning, and away we go. All right, these bad boys are seasoned up. Again, I use this one here. My favorite is the mesquite seasoning that you can buy at Costco, but I haven't seen it in quite some time, so I'm really hoping that they come out with that again this summer because I'm really missing that Costco. What y'all thinking? Bring that bad boy back because that is bomb. All right, the steak is done as well, and it looks delicious. Again, look at those grill lines. Yummy. Now I'm just gonna cut up and prepare my green beans because I'm gonna cook those in the Instant Pot because it's super simple and super quick in there. All right, so now I have my Instant Pot. I'm just gonna cook my green beans in here. So I already have in 1 cup of water in the bottom of this. I'm just gonna throw my green beans in there. I'm just gonna throw in a little bit of garlic, not a ton, just a little. I'm gonna throw in a couple chunks of butter. Then I'm just gonna throw in some salt and pepper. Now I'm just gonna throw the lid on there. I'm gonna put this on sealing. Then I'm just gonna come down here, I'm gonna hit manual, and I'm going to put it on 4 minutes. And that's all I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna let this cook. When it's done, I will do a quick release. All right, our green beans are done, so I'm just releasing the rest of the pressure, and then I'm going to put them in a container and let them cool. So that's done. I'm just going to take the lid off. And the green beans are done, and they look so good. They smell good. All right, I'm just gonna stir them up a little bit and put them in a container. I just thought I'd throw this out there. Keep in mind with your green beans, you might wanna adjust the time on your Instant Pot. If you like them super crunchy, I would just do maybe 2 minutes. If you like them a little softer, I would maybe go all the way up to 5. So that just depends on how you like your green beans. Then over here, I just have some ground beef that I just started in this pan, and I'm just gonna throw some salt and pepper in there. I'm gonna give that a stir, and I'm gonna let this cook up. 2/3 of this is going to go towards a recipe, and the last 1/3, because this is 3 pounds of beef, the last 1/3 is just going to be ground beef with salt and pepper for whoever wants it to snack on, to make a taco bowl, to do whatever it is that they want with it. All right, our ground beef is done. I'm just gonna drain it, and then I'm going to take out 1/3 of it, put it in a container, and the other 2/3 I'm gonna leave in this pot because I'm going to make a dish with it. So I'm gonna start preparing our cheesy Mexican skillet. And it's actually supposed to be cheesy Mexican chicken skillet, but I'm using ground beef instead. So I am going to start cutting up this onion and this green pepper. All right, so for the Mexican skillet, I'm gonna throw some butter in the bottom of this pan. And I will have all these recipes linked down below. So I'm just gonna put my onions and my peppers in there that I cut up, as well as some garlic. I'm just gonna give that a little bit of a stir. All right, so we're just gonna let this saute up a little bit until the onions are a little bit translucent. So I'm just gonna throw in a can of Rotel, 3/4 cup of beef bone broth. I'm throwing in 1 bag of cauliflower rice. This is just one of those steamable bags that I got from Costco. Now I'm just gonna throw in some seasonings. You can do homemade taco seasoning. I don't have any made up. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm just going to throw in some seasonings to give it some good seasoning. So I'm just throwing in some salt, throwing in some garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, some cumin, some cayenne pepper, some black pepper, and some paprika. I'm just gonna give this a stir. I'm just gonna let that kind of cook together and all those flavors just merge. All right, now we're gonna take our ground beef that we already cooked, and I'm going to add everything that I just cooked in this pan into the ground beef. So now I'm just gonna throw about 1/2 cup of Monterey Jack in there. Then I'm gonna add about 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese. All right, so our cheesy Mexican skillet is done, and let me just tell you, that looks and smells delicious, and I cannot wait to eat that. I'm gonna let it simmer just a little bit longer, and then put it away. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna prepare is almond flour bread. I'm not too sure about this recipe. This is another recipe that will be in my How Did It Taste video, just because there's 5 eggs and I don't like eggy bread, but I'm always willing to try new recipes, so I wanted to give this one a try, and I will let you guys know how I liked it. But the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put 5 eggs in here. We're gonna put in 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. So in this bowl, I already have 2.5 ounces of coconut oil, and I'm gonna throw that in there as well. So it's gonna be 2.5 ounces or 5 tablespoons, however you wanna measure it out. And I'm just going to mix this up. It says about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna kind of guess. And there's 1 3/4 cups of almond flour. And then 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. All right, I'm just gonna stir this up rather well. All right, so there's my batter right there. I just sprayed the outside of this pan. It says to use coconut oil, but I just sprayed it. We are going to cook this in an oven at 350 degrees for around 45 minutes or until golden brown and a toothpick comes out clean. So I'm gonna throw it in there, and then before you try to take it out of here, make sure it cools for 10 minutes. But yes, it kind of looks a little eggy, but I'm not gonna judge. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt, and then we will do a taste test. And like I said, this will be in my How Did It Taste video. All right, so our bread is done. I'm not for sure what to think of it yet, but like I said, this will be in my How Did It Taste video. All right, so this next recipe is a breakfast recipe. We're gonna be making paleo Scotch eggs. So I have 6 boiled eggs here, as well as I have 1 pound of ground sausage. I'm just gonna take the sausage and I'm gonna put in a little bit of sage, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. And I'm just gonna mix all that together with my hand. All right, so I'm just gonna take the sausage, and I have an old pan here lined with parchment paper, and I'm going to divide this into as equal parts of 6 that I possibly can. About as close as I'm gonna get it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of make the sausages into little patties, kind of like little hamburger patties. You're gonna take one of the eggs and we're just going to wrap the sausage around the egg. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but just try to get all of it around the egg that you can, and then there you go, you can't really see the egg. All right, so our Scotch eggs are done. We are going to throw these in the oven at 350 degrees for around 30 minutes. All right, so our paleo Scotch eggs are done, and some of them exploded. So don't know what's up with that. I think I made them too thin. I don't really know. But anyway, they still look delicious and they smell amazing. So I'm just gonna let these cool, and then I'm gonna put them in a container so Oscar and whoever else wants them for breakfast, they can have them. All right, y'all, so that was my meal prep for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was inspiring, and I hope you guys found it motivational to meal prep for yourself and your family. And just remember that the bread recipe, as well as the paleo Scotch eggs and the Mexican dish, they will all be in my How Did It Taste video. So definitely stay tuned for that, especially for that bread, because I'm very curious about how that bread's gonna taste. I didn't really worship very many veggies this week. I don't really need to prepare very many veggies this week because with my new schedule with work, I don't really need to prep ahead as far as my vegetables quite as much because I can just do that on a daily basis. And I can just have like things like zucchini and green beans and stuff like that already prepared for the days that I work. And then the days that I don't work, I can just prepare them on those days. Because my schedule changed, so now I'm working 3/12s instead of 5/8s, which gives me a lot more time. Also, I've been getting the 50-50 salad mix instead of getting the romaine and cutting it up. For one, I think it lasts longer in my fridge, and for two, I like it better. So that's why I haven't been cutting up romaine and stuff for my salads. But the main reason for this video is so that way hopefully you guys find it inspirational and motivational to meal prep for you and your family. Again, I think that's all I have for you guys this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you subscribe to my channel, don't forget to tap that bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. Again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and don't forget to go out there and make today even better than yesterday, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.